have you been, leaders? What made you speak out about other people's human rights but not the children of Gaza? Did you not see these kids as kids because of where they were born? Did you not think the 20,000 kids that were killed and the countless others under the rubble and who died of starvation and other causes that would be so simple to treat? Did you not think those kids were as loved, as cherished? Did you not think they had beating hearts like your kids? This report is undisputable evidence of the deliberate targeting of children, killing children on purpose. Things like a quadcopter shooting a baby breastfeeding that's in a tent. 151 children died of starvation. Where have you been, people we looked up to? You didn't want to lose your reputation or your power or your money. How can you go to sleep at night knowing you didn't say anything?
We need to protect Ms. Rachel at all costs. So something that she's doing here, that even people who do great work, that do humanitarian work, that feed people who are going through tragedies such as what's happening in Gaza, something that she's doing that others are afraid to do is she's flat out saying who the enemy is and who is committing these atrocities. On her captions, it says, UN reports says Israel deliberately, that's hard to say, deliberately targets children in ongoing genocide. So she's flat out saying who is committing the genocide, Israel, and in fact that a genocide is going on. While there's people who do great humanitarian work, they would not say who is actually causing the atrocities and completely avoiding all criticism. So the work that they do is needed, but it's also as important to say who the bad actors are. And something that I love about Ms. Rachel is that she's not afraid to call out the bad actors, and that takes courage. There's tons of people who, like she said, makes lots of money, are in powerful positions, are in powerful places, are billionaires, but they won't call out the actions of Israel because they're afraid of losing money. Someone like even big NBA players like LeBron James says, I've only heard great things about Israel. Steph Curry, he's invested in Israeli technology used to spy on Palestinians. And Kevin Durant, he flat out and knowingly invested in Israeli drones. And he's proud of that fact. So he's absolutely terrible. And they're absolutely terrible. Because some of them flat out support what's going on. And others, they're afraid that's going to affect their bottom line, their pockets. So they're afraid to say anything. And Ms. Rachel isn't like that, which is why we support her. And I want to play another video by Ms. Rachel where she's talking about things that's going on within the Black community. Or that's happening to the Black community, I should say.
Please listen to the Black community. Black people don't hang themselves from trees. There's been at least 7 Black people found hanging from trees.
So she's standing with us, so we need to stand with her as well. Because there's not many people who are in positions of power or important positions or large figures who would ever think to say something like that. They're too afraid to say anything like that. So Ms. Rachel stands with us, we stand with her as well. And it's also important to stand with other people who are in the exact same position, who were in positions of power, are in positions of power, and put their everything on the line to stand with people who are oppressed, who are being killed, who are being destroyed, and standing against an extremely powerful country and lobby group like Israel. Someone like Nina Turner, who lost her election about 5 years ago because Israel decided to take her out. Same thing with Cori Bush. Cori Bush, she lost her election because she stood against Israel, and now she's no longer in Congress. We gotta make sure we also protect people like that as well. And something that I also want to play for you. I want to play a video by the Middle East Eye, this 10-year-old girl who I don't want to say too much, and it's hard for me to not get emotional while watching. I'm gonna try my best not to, but I'm also gonna play this video just to show you how much devastation Israel has caused. And this video happened before October 7th, even though October 7th doesn't justify anything they did, this video occurred before October 7th. So take a look at it.
I'm always sick. I'm always, I don't know. I can't do anything. You see all of this? What do you expect me to do? Fix it? I'm only 10. I can't even do anything anymore. I just want to be a doctor or anything to help my people, but I can't. I'm just a kid. I don't even know what to do. I get scared, but not really that much. I do anything for my people, but I don't know what to do. I'm just 10. I'm just 10. All of this, when I see it, I literally cry every day, saying to myself, why do we deserve this? What did we do to this? My family said they just hate us. They just don't like us because we are Muslims. Why does Muslims act for you like that? We're just kids. You see all of the kids around me? They're just kids. Why wouldn't you just send a missile to them and kill them? It's not fair. It's not fair.
Video about that about 5 years ago now. I made a video shortly after it came out, and it's always hard to watch. These Israeli, the IDF, killing these young kids because they're brown. They don't see them as kids. These people are absolutely disgusting, and this isn't something that should be happening. And shout out to Ms. Rachel for calling out what's happening, because if it's up to them, they would wipe out every single Palestinian, every single Muslim in the area to expand the entire Middle East. And this happened 5 years ago. I don't even know if she's still alive now. It's highly likely that she's not, because Israel is intentionally targeting kids, women, children, grown men, adults, and calling them all Hamas, calling them all terrorists. And again, I always reiterate this, and I'm always gonna say this: it's not just the government. Polls show between 80 to 90% of Israelis support the IDF's actions and believe that all Muslims and everyone in Palestine should be killed. That's what they believe. This isn't a society that can or should exist. It's completely evil, and I'm always going to speak against it because it's disgusting. Something that I forgot to say is politicians who vote to supply weapons, give money, or anything to Israel, they're breaking the law every single time they do so. The Leahy law prohibits anyone to give any aid to any country that's in violation of international law committing war crimes. And Israel has been doing that every single day for decades. At minimum, the past 7 years, they've been doing that. So every single politician who votes to give Israel aid, they should be put in prison because they're breaking the law. So that's all I gotta say. And I'm gonna play one last video from Ms. Rachel, and that's it. Peace.
I've had the honor of spending time with children from Gaza. I'll never forget laughing, playing, and dancing to the song Hop Little Bunnies with 3-year-old Rahaf. Rahaf lost both of her legs in an Israeli airstrike. No 3-year-old anywhere should be experiencing what Rahaf and millions of other children are experiencing today. The United Nations Commission of Inquiry has devoted an entire report to the impact of the war on Palestinian children.
Looking at the evidence, the Israeli Defense Forces are intentionally targeting children in Gaza. There are almost 22,000 children's bodies that have been identified. They're only the identified bodies. There are tens of thousands of others who have not been identified, who are buried under the rubble, who have died because of infections or treatable illnesses, and who have starved to death.
We are watching children who are just like our own try to survive a genocide, and yet there's been no action, no accountability, no one demanding and ensuring that this nightmare is put to a stop.
It's heartbreaking, Rachel. Absolutely heartbreaking. States have obligations to act, legal obligations to act. We're speaking to other states, and we're speaking to the international community. We have expressed deep concern too many times. We have strongly condemned too many times. The time now is a time for action. We should have been acting 3.5 years ago, but it's not too late to start now.
Well, I've been stacking up. Nah, really that ain't accurate, cause I just spent my whole damn advance in the past couple months just to compensate for times we ain't have enough. Woo.